Glutnia says DOC owes them for services between October 2017 to February 2018, plus $1 million for inpatient services.
If there's an emergency, they can send them here.
Right. Right.
Right, and we'll take care of them.
But after receiving word about the proposal, the AG's office issued a letter advising GMH not to terminate the MOU between the two entities in order to fulfill the remaining consent decree orders issued by the federal government, stating, quote, "I fully acknowledge the board's financial situation. However, revoking the MOU may further exacerbate the financial crisis of our territory," end quote. The news is worrisome to DOC leaders. Deputy Director Kate Baltazar.
Pulling back the medical clinic contract could mean that we slide right back into receivership. The impetus for us not being in receivership and having that 26-year consent decree being lifted was because we were able to provide adequate and excellent medical care for those in our custody. And just the thought that that might no longer be an option for us is very concerning.
And while Public Safety Chair Senator Talina Nelson has her concerns, the choice, she says, is within GMH's purview.
Whether it's the wisest decision to take away the services before the consent decree, that's their judgment call to make. Perhaps I don't agree with it, but...
Baltazar says that she and Director Tony Lamarena are trying to work with GMH officials to salvage their agreement. Their inability to pay a result of the unfulfilled $3.3 million appropriation needed from the legislature. But eliminating the clinic and having prisoners brought to the hospital would only increase costs on both sides.
Well, while that might seem a feasible solution from the outside looking in, truly that would cost the government 10 times more. We're talking chronic care patients, patients who require, regular follow-ups, patients who need that routine care on a regular basis. To have to transport those individuals every day, 3 times a day, just to get medication, for example, for their chronic illnesses, would be very, very cumbersome, not only on the transport side, but clearly also on the Guam Memorial side. That would be very, very daunting for them, as they will quickly learn.
DebCorps are already trying to save money by having assistance provided by the Guam Police Department. While GPD officers are trained differently than corrections officers, they do help with operations such as visitation and perimeter security. But ultimately, they are hoping that GMH will not cut ties.
The doctors and nursing staff at the DOC GMH clinic have been fantastic. So we are hoping that it doesn't come to that. Truly, it would not be in the best interest, certainly, of the government of Guam, the taxpayers, and those patients who are in our custody.
And while the Guam Memorial Hospital currently does not have a response to the AG's letter, they will be hard-pressed to continue clinic services without any appropriation. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Kiani Mendiola.
Now to public sector finances. After weeks of special sessions, senators are still debating proposals to raise taxes to address an ongoing cash crisis. Governor Calvo has warned of payless paydays and mandatory furloughs if they don't make up for the $67 million revenue shortfall created by federal tax reforms. Now, this latest compromise, which passed late Tuesday, would raise the business privilege tax from 4% to 5% until the end of the fiscal year on September the 30th. Then it would transition to a 2% general sales tax on October the 1st. Earlier in the day, lawmakers engaged in a lengthy debate on yet another proposal, as Nestor Locanto explains in this next story.
Dominating most of the early session discussion was an amendment by Senator Michael Sinicolas to replace Senator Joe S. and Augustine's 2% general sales tax bill with a 6% sales tax on non-residents. Sinicolas says basically the choice is this.
So we can either make our people pay $39 a month or have our visitors pay $25 when they come to Guam.
He argues that tourists are used to paying a sales tax in their home countries, but more than that, he says thousands of local residents can't afford a tax increase. However, several members spoke out against the Sinicolas amendment out of concern for its impact on Guam's top economic driver, Senator Mary Torres.
A sales tax of 6%, I fear, will have, as was testified by industry representatives, will have an adverse effect on tourism in Guam.
Opponents of the amendment also warned of the negative impact on military personnel who don't declare local residency. Senator Fernando Esteves deriding the amendment as discriminatory taxation. The San Nicolas proposal was ultimately voted down. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
The proposal drew immediate concern from the DFS group, as in a letter, the longtime tourism retailer points out that the island's duty-free status has been central to its marketing for decades. It cautioned lawmakers about causing irreparable harm to the Guam brand and the tourism industry as a whole. In other news, the Guam Education Board is meeting at this hour, and on their agenda, voting for DOE's proposal to address budget cuts. Gathering at JFK High School in Upper Tumon, DOE leaders are meeting with the community to make final decisions. Once again, some of those cost-cutting measures include delaying the school year and a 32-hour work week beginning as early as June. Superintendent John Fernandez says all three phases add up to more than $21 million, which he adds would be enough to cover the $19 million shortfall. In court, trial's been set for the man charged in last year's double homicide near Hemlani Harmon Apartments. In court today, defendant Joseph Sagdal and his attorney David Lujan, with the former having been in jail since his arrest last October. His family, however, has been trying to get him out, attempting to post a pair of properties in lieu of his $500,000 cash bail. The court noted that even if the banks approved the arrangement, he would still fall short $100,000. Lujan assured a third property could be submitted by Friday. Though the files are under seal, Lujan alluded to a forensic evaluation performed by the court's clinical psychologist. Lujan reported that Dr. Juan Rapadas determined his client had, quote, no diminished capacity at the time of the shooting. Though no return date was set, Lujan reported defense's psychiatrist would be on island next month to interview first responders to the scene. Trial set to begin in September. Elsewhere, it looks like one prison contraband case has been dismissed. In a decision and order last month, Judge Vern Perez dismissed the charges against inmate Frank Pangilinan, already serving life behind bars without the possibility of parole. Now, days after his decision, co-defendant Raymond Torres Tatatao filed a similar motion to dismiss on grounds that there is little to no difference between their charges and that, quote, neither is charged with conspiracy, but simply with having contraband in their cells, end quote. Tatatao, it's worth noting, is already serving 45 years for his prior conviction, and he won't be out of jail until he's 89. Prosecution, for the time being, filed a motion to reconsider the dismissal of Pangilinan's charges, which defense argues is beyond the court's jurisdiction. After hearing arguments, Pangilinan asked the court that he not come back here anymore. The court stated that's a possibility and that for future hearings, he simply be served his documents. And also this evening, police had been checking on a suspect evidently involved in an assault when they found methamphetamine. Eve Ray Castro Mafnes has been charged with possession of drugs, as during the check, officers noticed movement inside a school bus that had been converted into a home. One officer looked inside an open window when they saw the suspect with multiple heat-sealed straws, and inside they found various items of drug paraphernalia and a heat-sealed straw with the drug commonly known as ice. Well, we are just getting started, everybody. Please keep watching and keep streaming. There is much more prime time when we return right here on KUAM.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Kick it up with the 2018 Payless Kick the Fat 5K Run Walk. Register online before March 15th or register at any Payless store location from March 18th to 23rd. And join us Saturday, March 24th at Paseo Stadium. Showtime at 5 a.m. with go time at 6 a.m. with fireworks at the start. First finishers get Run Guam shirts and Run Guam hats. And stick around after for a community fair and a raffle for a chance to win amazing prizes. With the grand prize of a round-trip ticket to anywhere in Asia, courtesy of United. Kick it up with the 2018 Payless Kick the Fat 5K Run Walk.
Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. And during Ram Truck Month, save up to $97.50 on new Ram trucks. Cars Plus has a great selection of 2018 Ram trucks. Plus, shop our remaining 2017 Ram 1500. Voted KUAM's best truck 2 years in a row. The Ram truck comes with a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty. And with 1.99 APR financing for qualified buyers, there's no better time to buy than now. It's Ram Truck Month, and only Cars Plus and Mighty has the trucks. Cars Plus, driven by you.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Welcome back. He was not an altar boy or a Boy Scout, but in the latest clergy sex abuse lawsuit filed in district court, another victim alleges he was molested and abused by former Guam priest Father Louis Brouillard. Only identified by his initials to protect his identity, 53-year-old PQ says the priest picked him up with other boys from the Mongmong Church for swimming trips to the Lonfit River. There, the priest told the boys to remove their clothes and to swim naked. In return, they'd be treated with hamburgers, fries, and soda. Once in the water, the person known as PQ alleges the priest, who also swam naked, touched his private area. PQ is suing for $10 million. Well, a memorial mass was held this morning for the late Bishop Tomas Camacho, who for many years served as a priest in the Archdiocese of Agana. He was 84 years old and passed away earlier this month up in Saipan. He was appointed as the first bishop of CNMI back in 1984, retiring in 2010, making him Bishop Emeritus of Talancanoa. Well, the University of Guam is celebrating its Golden Charter Day, as today marked the 50th year since the university was given charter as the first 4-year degree-granting institution. This year's theme is Green is the New Gold, highlighting all that the university has accomplished in its half-decade of service. Annie Faye Camacho is UOG's Student Government Association president.
Charter Day is kind of a celebration of what's been done the past year and the past couple of years, but it's also a way to showcase what we're doing in the future, what we're doing now, and kind of just, unite Triton spirit.
It's estimated that more than 6,000 people attended UOG's largest event of the year, featuring live entertainment, food, games, and presentations, all on the home of the Tritons in the Mingilao campus. Well, it is, of course, Chamorro Month, and we here at KUAM take pride in the local culture, and for Mes Chamorro, we'll put our team to the test. We're celebrating the history and culture by showing you the traditional ways in our weekly special Celebra y Chamorro. Here's Crystal Paco.
When I was young and got sick, my parents always gave me a choice: the clinic or the Surahana. Surprisingly, I'd pick the latter, probably because the lady looked a lot like my grandmother, which automatically made her less scary than the doctor. I remember going to the woman's home, drinking a nasty-tasting concoction, and spending the rest of my visit throwing up on the side of her home, like everyone else was at this woman's house, which I believed must have been covered in strangers' vomit. As an adult, when I get sick, I pick the former. I go to the doctor, then the pharmacy, and spend lots of money on pills and creams for whatever ailment I'm suffering at the moment. What I learned in my recent trip to Sagan Couture and Chamorro is we don't really call them Surahanas anymore. The preferred name is Joamti, which means healer in Chamorro. This is Guma Joamti in Timuning. Joamti Francis Meno toured me around their modest garden, each plant serving a purpose. After they're pounded down and boiled or burned, they can clear congestion, earaches, and encourage fertility. Auntie Francis' specialty, however, is spiritual healing.
I can sense if you have a follower or there's something.
And no, she's not talking about Instagram followers. She's referring to spirits. Some can bring great distress to an individual, be it nightmares or sores. She's seen it all. These are the followers you get when you've disrespected our ancestors. Though the remedy varies, it often involves a special kind of coconut oil and plenty of chanting.
A lot of the non-believers, I'm not saying for everybody to believe in it, but eventually they do believe when it happens to them.
And just when I thought exorcisms were only in the movies.
I've done exorcism, but I stopped. I've done it where the spirit will get into that individual person's body.
While she helps to administer the healing, Auntie Frances won't take the credit.
Actually, the one that does the healing is the one up there. He's the healer. You know, to me, God is the healer. And then you still have to think of your ancestors. They do help you out to heal too.
Each Joamti has a different healing ability. For Joamti Betty Malachi, she has the gift of touch.
Just a gift, yeah. And learn from the families that pass it on. So even though you want to run away from it, you cannot because it's already in the blood.
Many of the people who seek her help are expectant mothers with breached babies. Auntie Betty can turn the baby in the right position and avoid a C-section.
Sometimes when I touch their body, I can tell and know what part of the body I need to start it for them to relieve the problem that they have.
Because they're not licensed doctors, I had to ask, what do they call their clients? Joamti Susan Uggan tells me.
I call them a guest because they came to see me and they are ailing, not feeling good, or have had traumas and ailments that has not gone away, and seeking for the right kind of help.
Whatever ailment you're suffering, Auntie Susan recommends you see a licensed doctor first.
I strongly suggest that they have gone through that, because I want to rule out the fact that if there's anything broken in their bones or things that have been, Western medicine can take care of, I prefer that they do follow through with that.
But will this Chamorro tradition survive the 21st century? Apprentice Jonah Cabiles hopes so. The 22-year-old recently returned to Guam, wanting to connect with his roots.
This predates, Western medicine. Our ancestors were able to live off the land, and I think preserving that knowledge is really important, especially now when that might be in danger in a few generations.
It wasn't until the cameras were off did I really believe in the healing abilities of the Joamti. As we said our goodbyes, Auntie Susan pulled me in for a long embrace and whispered in my ear. Well, we'll keep what she said to me a secret. I left covered in tears, feeling happy that a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Let's just say, you have to feel it to believe it. Reporting for Celebrity Chamorro, Guahu si Crystal Paco Zambiba Mes Chamorro.
We're back after this.
We know how life can be when you're young, wild and free. That's why GTA hooks it up with the best phones at the best prices to keep you living life to the fullest. Get the Motorola Moto G4 for free, and Alcatel A3 XL for only $49, or the Samsung Galaxy A8 for only $99, with a $50 per month unlimited talk and text plan, including 5 gigs of high-speed data. Visit gta.net or a store for details.
Attention Guam residents, you might receive a phone call from the Department of Public Health and Social Services asking you to participate in the Behavioral Risk Factor Surveillance System Plus survey. This is a legitimate survey to collect health measurements on BMI, blood pressure, blood glucose, and cholesterol from adults 18 years and older. Data will contribute to working towards a healthier island. For more information, contact 735-7289. This message is in partnership with the CDC and Pacific Island Health Officers Association.
We are Coors Light, born in the mountains, lagered, filtered, and packaged cold for a clean, crisp taste. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Half a day. My name is Victoria Perez, council member for the Guam Developmental Disabilities Council. March 2018 is Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. This year's theme is Embracing Diverse Communities Together. Help us celebrate and spread awareness by promoting equal opportunity for people with developmental disabilities. For more information, please call 735-9127 or 8.
Be happy, the Awareness Month!
The 2017
2018 Nissan Titan and Frontier. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies that help you get to the fun faster. Take on today. Get to your local Nissan dealer for great offers like this.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports, brought to you by Triple J. We start the show off tonight with basketball footage from the Guam Elite Center in Teason alumni hoops in the women's and men's division. Check it out. Guam Elite Basketball's All-Island Alumni League from the Elite Center in Teason. Women's division game between Academy and the Public School Rebels. Not sure if Kristen Pangolina called the shot off glass, but the basket's still good anyways for 3. Rebels with a 19-10 lead at halftime. April Toledo pushing the ball off the turnover. Toledo goes straight to the rim and picks up another 2 points. Academy showing their range from the outside. Colleen Chargaloff buries the three-pointer from the corner. Emily Pardilla gets in on the scoring. Takes off at the free throw line for the floater. Rebels pick up the win 34-30. April Toledo 19 points in the W. Brianna Benito led Academy with 12 in her team's losing effort. The men's hit the court next. GW Geckos taking on 16. Geckos almost come up with a steal. Barcinas picks up the loose ball and hits the shot for 16. Cisco Conception bringing up the ball for GW. Passes it off to James Stake. Cross corner pass to Vic Sablon.
Wild-caught Alaska pollock from a certified sustainable fishery. And that's the pollock you'll find in the McDonald's filet of fish. So, no matter where you are, you can always get real fish caught sustainably from here. So let's review. This is that one place called pollock, this is real wild-caught Alaska pollock, and this is who can bring it all together, sourced from a sustainable fishery. And it's delicious.
For 20 years, Matson has been an important part of our everyday lives. Bringing in the cars we drive, the food we eat, and the materials that helped build our homes. From caring for our land through the Adaki Itano program to generously supporting our local charities, Matson has contributed to the preservation and growth of our island. On behalf of those you've served throughout your 20 years on Guam, Sida Smaasi Matson.
Medium Pizza Hut pizzas just $8.99 each.
Did they say Pizza Hut?
For $8.99?
Yes, and yes.
Yes! Introducing the deal you want on the pizza you crave. 2 medium pizzas, just $8.99 each. No one out pizzas the hut.
Guam is more than a tiny island in the Pacific. This magical place is where I call home. This island inspires me to learn and explore what's around me. It teaches me that there are no shortcuts in life and that the long way home may just be the scenic route. And that even the dirt roads can lead you to beautiful destinations.
Welcome back, everybody. We are now just one day away to the big season premiere of the show Rise. From the producers of Hamilton and Friday Night Lights, Rise is a heartening new musical drama by NBC inspired by a true story about finding inspiration in the most unexpected places. And we sit down with public school performing arts to promote the series, as well as teachers, talents, and trailblazers. And tonight, we meet the popular singing group Kids from Chook and hear their inspirational story on breaking stereotypes and spreading love among Pacific cultures.
You might have heard this song on heavy rotation on local radio stations, or maybe you've had it on repeat on YouTube. It's been viewed close to 260,000 times since it was uploaded 2 years ago.
'Cause I'm gone, no more trying. I'm gone, I'm waiting for you. 'Cause I'm gone, no more lying. I'm gone, I'm searching for you.
Meet KFC, short for the Kids from Chook. This is their hit song, I'm Gone. Takayoshi Mori, Hanson Ignacio, TJ Nitong, and Chris Yurton, who is currently off island, are all Simon Sanchez High School students or recent graduates.
We were just 4 Chiki students who joined our La Voce Honor Choir.
It was there their choir teacher, Yu Kyung Shin, encouraged the boys to perform as a group for an upcoming concert. The rest, they say, is the Lord's doing.
Speaking of KFC, ladies and gentlemen, the boys are back.
Our first song that we actually performed was Lord I Need You by Matt Mayer. So that really goes to show like what our foundation was, where we really started has always been with the Lord and with our faith.
And through the Lord, with love, and through their music, they continue to shatter stereotypes about the Chukis community.
It's a universal language, and that is really our way of, showing our message, which is to spread the love between our various cultures, one song at a time.
We're not different. So it's never been easy, but we've been so blessed that we've been getting a lot of support.
Being us, we're basically considered the minority of this island, which is what makes us work even harder, strive to reach our goals, and just not stop.
They're also proving that the underdog can come out strong.
Sanchez will always be the underdogs, even public school-wise. They will always look down on us, which makes us even better because it's always good to, it feels so good to show them wrong and come out on top and just be humble about it.
We always are the underdogs, so which means that everything that we have to do, we always put our full heart into it. So where we come from, we have this saying we call all heart, all shark. That's where Simon Sanchez, we learned that, even though we don't have all the available resources, we don't have everything, there's true beauty in the struggle from where we come from. And, it doesn't matter where you come from, you can always get to where you want to go, depending on how hard you're willing to push.
That's right. The season premiere for Rise airs on Wednesday at 9 p.m. on TV8 and 8 p.m. each Wednesday after that. All right, time for some birthdays. Here are tonight's Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club recipients. Tiffany Castro Ricaldi, happy birthday to you, Tiffany. May your birthday be as beautiful as you are, from Mom and Dad and your 3 sons, Caden, Caleb, and Mason. Happy birthday also to Janaya Jo Sarmiento. This is Janaya Jo's 11th birthday, and Dad Eric, Mom Denise, and your brother Gabe send their very best. Happy birthday to Jessica Renee Cruz, coming from your entire family. Have a blessed birthday, they say. Awesome. Happy birthday to the beauty queen. This is Crystal Arceo. Hope you're having a blast in California. God bless you, and we love you, says a very, very happy and proud family. Happy birthday number 77 to Senora Florence Kiriguap. To our mom, grandma, nana, auntie, sister, cancer survivor, friend, and everyone's relative, we pray all your wishes and dreams come true and that God blesses you with many more birthdays. Also, happy birthday to Jermaine Gogui. We love you, says your family. And happy 38th birthday to the boys. They have a connection to KUAM right here. The twins, the Dingas, Paul and Ryan Claris. Happy 38th birthday. Love, Mom, Dad, and Steve. And you too can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Just go on KUAM.com and register. Stay tuned, everybody. Health, Home, and Lifestyle is up next.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1996.
Welcome to Health, Home, and Lifestyle. We've got more news